this part here, the timing solutions, nothing here, and then an arrow. This arrow means that the tongue inside here, those two are aligned. So I'm going to put all my arrows today facing towards us, because this is the sunniest side of the track today. So all the arrows are pointing to the inside of the track, or all the arrows are pointing to the outside of the track. It depends on which is the sunniest side. I'm in some lovely shade here, but this is the sunniest side today. So I'm going to put all my arrows facing outwards. So I'm just going to get my base, have a look at the arrow, put it down. So that's the outside, and I'm just going to repeat that across the track. Like so. Take the little wheel. All my arrows facing to the inside of the track in this situation, because that's the sunny side for where I am today. Okay, so now that I've got all my bases down, we're just going to set up the tubes. So I'll just grab a tube. The bases are all the same as are the tubes. There is, however, one little important factor, being at the bottom there's a groove which aligns with the arrows. So the side that the arrow's on is the side that the groove needs to go into the base. On the front side of the gate, the side that has the groove, is all my senders, and on the back side are all my eyes, my receivers. Hence, we have the senders facing the sun, and our eyes have their back to the sun. That way the sun won't interrupt these and give them poor signal strength. So what I'm going to do now is go and put this in the base. So again, it doesn't matter which order I put these up or down. At this point in time, all we're doing is setting up the hardware. The next step, once we've set all this up, is turning on the hardware. That's where it's important to do it in a particular order. So right now, while we're setting up, it's not such an issue there. So set them up in whatever order, as long as all the arrows are in the same direction. All my bases, the gates are going together nicely. Then you can't go wrong. Okay, so if we just recap, all my arrows are pointing to the inside of the track. All my tubes can only go into the base in one orientation, which means they are also pointing the same direction. That direction is determined by where the sun is. This is the sunniest side of the track today, hence all my arrows are pointing to the inside, which means all my senders are looking at the sun, which they're fine to do, versus the back of the gate, where the eyes are, they don't want to be looking at the sun. So arrows to the sunny side of the track, and we're good to go. So now we can turn on the computer, get the dongle connected up, and start turning on the gates. So be back in a second. Hi guys, so now we're just going to pull out the wireless dongle from our little kit here. So there's two of them, so we're just only going to use one. And I've only got one start device here, so I'm just going to grab that. So I just need my start device, wireless dongle, the USB cable, and my laptop. So I'm just going to plug the USB dongle and the USB cable together. Turn my antenna upright, plug it into my laptop, grab some software. Okay, so I'm just turning on the software now. There's another video that shows what that looks like. It won't appear so well on this video here, so you can see how that looks, but basically it's going through its startup motions. once it's got the setup screen happening, that's when I'm going to then turn on my gates from the inside of lane 1, which is the gate closest to me today, working my way outwards, and then I'll turn on my start device as well. So once it's ready to go, we'll start turning them on. So here's my start device. It's connected to the start gun. I'm just going to turn this on now, so press and hold. You'll notice now that the lights are blinking together. That's good. That means they're connected. If you can see the screen at all, you may not be able to, you'll see that this part here, start device gated, is green. That's good. That's this one here. I'm now going to turn on the lanes in lane order. But before I do that, I need to make sure that this base arrow is pointing in the correct direction, so I'm just going to click on that. This is saying the arrow of the bases are all pointing towards the inside of lane 1, which is how they're physically set up today. So my arrows are pointing to the inside of lane 1 on the track. My arrow on the screen is also pointing to the inside of lane 1, so I'm good to start turning on gates. So if you come over this way, 1 beep, 2 beeps. That second beep is a response from the computer saying it's connected, which is good. We can also see we've got a green LED here, which means it's powered up. So if you have a look in here, there's a green LED. Turn on the next one. 2 beeps. Now the third beep, the important beep, is me walking through the gate. You can hear that. So that's coming from this one, because that's the receiver. If I know I've got 3 beeps, then I've got a success. If a gate's out of alignment, something like that, it's pretty extreme. So now that I've got the gate out of alignment, even though they're on, I won't get my third beep. So that's why it's really important. Once my gates are in alignment, I'm going to get a third beep each time. So I'll go on to the next gate now, 1 beep on. Second beep's a response from the laptop. Third beep is me walking through. If I don't get that beep, then I don't continue on. So I'm happy with that. I've got 3 beeps. So again, 1 beep on. Second beep's response. Third beep is me cutting through. So I know that's good. And again, 1 beep on. Second beep here. Third beep me. Happy days. Turn on all our gates. We've got our start device on already. Back at the laptop, we're about to just press continue on the screen. So you notice the lights are both blinking together. That's good. That means that it's connected and it's waiting for its next command. So I'm just going to press continue. Doing so, it's going to have a chat with all the gates, as well as the start device here. Put them into the correct channel, and then we'll move on. And once it's finished doing that, you'll notice that the lights on here are going to change. So that'll just be one solid light, and then we'll be right to go. So just keep watching here. And we're now solid. So that means if I had a cap in here, I can pull the trigger, we can start a race. Otherwise I'm just going to press the start button. Notice that light's now blinking. The gates are waiting for times, the laptop's showing the ticking clock, and I've got all that on another video. But at least you can see the process. As I then press stop or rerun, this light will then go solid, and we're back to ready for the next race. Now that we've ran our races, today's gone really well. It's at the end of the morning, we need to turn everything off. We don't manually have to power down everything. We just close the software just by Xing out at the top. And as I close, you'll notice that this light here, you may have heard that, but all the gates are now turned off, as well as the start device, everything's switched off. All we need to do is pack it up. And we just pack it up the same way that we pulled it out. It doesn't matter what order. As long as we can all get it on the cart, it's put away nice and neat, then your day's done. Hope that makes sense, and yeah, we're here if you need a hand, and hopefully you've got a bit more information to move forward with. Thanks guys, have a good afternoon.